No, I am not going to stop trading. A couple of days ago, I posted on my Instagram that I was thinking about stopping trading because I have pretty much achieved everything that I wanted from it. It became very boring, very systematical, and I just thought I was done with it and I wanted to focus on something else, different type of markets. But then I realized that I can't stop trading because there's just one thing I haven't achieved. And this one thing has been haunting me ever since I haven't completed it for the last 8-9 months, literally thinking about it every single day, how I let myself down and you guys. And that is the 100 to the Mil challenge. In August 6th of 2023, I started my first attempt to turning $100 into $1 million. Little did I know what challenges this had ahead of me. And this was the challenge, the series, the daily battles that literally turned me into the trader that I am today. I learned so much over the course of these 3 to 4 months where I successfully, flipped $100 all the way to $360,000. But it got to the point where I started hating trading. I didn't love the journey. I didn't feel the same about it because I was almost just forcing it. It got to the point where I just wanted to get the challenge out of the way and I was getting tired of trading. London session, New York session every single day because I had a very hard schedule and I had so much stuff going around at the time. I had just moved into a new house. There were so many things attacking at the same time that I wasn't really doing the challenge for myself. I was just doing it because I decided to start something that nobody has ever done. And as I started it, I didn't realize the battles that I was going to face and I didn't realize how much pressure I was going to be under. And I'm not the kind of person to ever quit on anything, and I wasn't just going to stop halfway through it. And I actually never opened up and said this before, but I wanted to stop the challenge as soon as I got to 100K. The fact that I turned $100 to $100,000 was absolutely insane to me. But I saw the love and the feedback that you guys gave to me, and I said, you know what, I can't stop here. I had to keep going. And that's where more stress came in, and it just started turning more into a hate relationship versus love relationship that I would have with the markets. And all of these battles and all of these things that I faced is something that now I am ready for it because I have already experienced it. I learned from it. And now when I'm going to begin this new 100 to the Mil challenge, I know exactly what I'm going to be facing. And for those of you guys that have no idea what I'm talking about a year ago, I tried to take $100 to $1 million and I documented every single trade before I took it, as soon as I took it, and after I took it. I shared every single trade on my Instagram, Telegram, live streams. I was literally showing you guys how all you need is the proper skill set in order to succeed in trading. You don't need a large amount of capital in order to actually make money from trading. Once you learn the skill set, the money that you can make from trading is literally as much as you want. And one of the main things that I learned in this journey of my first attempt to the 100th of the Mil, because keep in mind, never previously in my life have I ever done a successful flip. Now I've maybe turned 10,000 to 30, 40,000 or a couple thousand to maybe 10,000. Whenever something so exponential as taking something as small as $100 to then 6 figures. So this is my actual first attempt to doing it. And it got so much awareness and so much love from all of you guys. The series alone got millions of views that I said, shit, I can't let the people down. I have to keep this going. But as I kept it going, I got to the point where it pretty much broke me that I even had to leave social media and take a little bit of a break because the pressure was insane. And looking back at all that stuff that I went to, I realized that I just wasn't ready for it. And the fact that I actually made it to that far was pretty much impressive because it was my first time actually doing it. Now, fast forward a year later, I am a completely different person. I'm older, more experienced, and now I am 100% ready to take on this 100 to the Mil. And all the mistakes that I made, I have them written down and I learned from them. One of the main ones is going to be look out for the news. When I actually trade, I never look for news. And when trading the account on the last days of it, before I actually blew it, it's because I got caught in between an NFP news, which are the main news that happen at the beginning of the first Friday of every month. Now I have that calendarized and I know exactly what to look out for. And those days that I'm going to be trading, I'm going to make sure to either minimize my risk or simply not trade. Second is going to be to not travel and trade. So I've traveled literally all around the world right before I'm starting this challenge. So I can literally lock in, dial in, and only focus on the challenge. Because I was actually trading outside of my home office because they were doing renovations in my house. And I couldn't focus because they were pretty much breaking down a bathroom and one of the closets. So I had to go and stay at an apartment building in the city. And I just was out of my comfort zone. And you add news on top of that, it was just pretty much an equation for failure. So those are two main things that I learned from that challenge. And then the third is I don't have to put so much pressure on myself on having those hard targets every single week. My goals was to double up the account every single week, no matter what. And I was taking trades that I shouldn't have. And luckily, it all played in my favor because I was in a very good winning streak throughout the market. But I didn't have to put that amount of pressure on myself because I was staying up during London session when I didn't have to, and I was staying up New York session when I didn't sleep London session. That would have just affected my regular day-to-day life and my work-life balance. Come now this new challenge, I'm going to do this correctly. I'm going to do this so any single person out there can handily copy every single step that I'm going to do with this 100 to the mil challenge. Even if you have a job, even if you have all the free time in the world, I'm going to make this as simple and as effective as possible so everybody can replicate it better than what I did last time. This time, I'm bigger, stronger, and better than ever. And if you guys haven't seen the series, turning $100 into $1 million is really not that difficult. You just have to pretty much double your